Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you guys have had a good weekend so far. Mike, have a great stream, my man. And yes, let's get going. Unfortunately, I made a mistake when I activated the raiding system because I forgot to change the in-game zone settings that I applied in the grace period. So yeah, unfortunately, nobody could raid yesterday, but I'm sure people are going to raid today as everything's activated. So let's see what happens. 4 o'clock in the morning. Let's get this party started. Hey, where's my night vision? What? Did I leave it on? Did I leave it on? No, 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 no. Hey, Chips. Guys, I'm gonna see what I can do. Can't believe I left it on. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Let me just check here. Come on, man. Come on. Don't we have anything else? Don't we have anything else? I don't think that thing's got a battery. Let's make sure that one doesn't have a battery in it. I don't think so. We have to get a battery charger as well. We have to get a battery charger. Okay, well, let's put on the filter since we can't see anything. Hey, crazy cunt. Okay. Okay, so we're blind. That's not very good. Not very good at all. Okay. Um, I'm going to put the lead plating in a blueprint because I don't want to lose the lead plating. Chances that I'm going to get raided is quite high. So I'll rather use what I can use since I'm probably going to lose it in any case. Yeah, let's just rather use what we can use, maybe sell what we can sell. No, not a bad idea. I can't see a bloody thing. I cannot see a bloody thing. Okay. So, get this up here. See, it's not easy placing these. I have to say, it's not easy placing them, but anyway. 97. Damn it, that was close. 97. Okay. What do we need? 5 scrap and a toolbox. I know for a fact I've got a toolbox. know for a fact. Now I just need 5 scrap. I've got so much stuff on me. Goodness gracious. But in any case, let's just block a few doors here. This is an extremely easy raid. But let's make it a little bit more difficult for them. Go. Put a gold on there. Sun's coming up. That's great. Let's give them something to lock with. Okay. Sure, these have locks on. There we go. Give them something to chow on over here. Go. Go. And then we can just put the easy locks on here. Go. I don't have any other locks, do I? Got a pineapple. I don't have any other lock. No. Okay, let's first get rid of stuff that's basically useless to keep on us. And let's just get rid of stuff that's basically doesn't make a difference at all, whether we have it on us or whether we don't have it on us. Okay. Okay, so the first thing we want on us is that gun. We definitely want that gun on us. We want the ammo. MRE is on to bad. Hey, Damon, welcome, my man. It's not too bad. Like to keep the good lockpicks. We can gain something from that. Like to keep. I would like to keep. What was I looking at? I'd like to keep a few bandages. I don't need those pants. That's going to help me quite a bit. It's too heavy to carry there. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I'll sell the ammo. Why not? Sell the ammo. Sell the ammo. Sell the medication. Sell the silencers. Oh, the Rager alternator. The Rager alternator. The Rager alternator. Think that's important for a quest? I don't think so. I don't think so. I know so. Hey, Lars. What the poop are you doing? Thank you. Hear that? Hear that? Hear that? Go. Compare the base. Take in hand. I wanted to say, what the hell happened there? Yeah. Waste not one. Waste not one. Oh. Okay. That's it for now. My fat is quite high at the moment, so I don't really want to eat anything that contains a lot of fat. Let's eat one of those. Hey, Draken. Welcome, my man. Okay, just 5 scrap and 3 lead plated. 5 scrap. 5 scrap and 3 lead plate. Five scrap and 6. Yeah, the pineapple is very good, buddy. Pineapple is very good. Okie dokie. Put that in your hands. Repair that. That's good. Have you got anything else you can repair? Not really. That thing's completely busted. Okay. Yeah. I understand what you're saying, Lars. I understand what you're saying, buddy. I'm with you, my man. I'm with you. Hey, Mike. Welcome, bud. Luthais, welcome, welcome, my man. How much scrap metal do I have? Hostile NPCs. Yeah. Getting super soldiers, bro. Getting the super soldiers. It's gonna be exciting, my man. It's gonna be exciting. 1, 2, 3. I need 5. I need 5. Okay, I can't really pick up anything else. Let's just see if I can find 1 lead plating. I can't really pick up more than I have at the moment. Let's see if I can find 1 lead plating here. Just looking for lead plating to complete part of my base, and then I'm gonna go look for some action since it's raiding day. Or people are gonna raid. Get a bit into the outer world, do a bit of quests, fight some people. I literally need 3. There we go. Like I wanted to say, I literally need 3 uses. And 3 uses shouldn't be that hard to find. But in any case. Okay, let's go. Get that 2 scrap metal, let's get out of here. 2 scrap metal and let's get out of here. Hey, wait, Yeti, welcome, my brother. Oh my word, guys, remind me about the filter, man. Really? Come on, man. You guys know I can't see the filter. Come on, guys. Come on. Zero. Oh. One screw drop. No, I've got more. No. You've got more. You've got more. But you can't go to a cargo drop right now, dummy. You're full of freaking loot, my man. You can't. You can't now. You cannot do this now. No way you can do this now. Not to now. Maybe later. Just not now. There we go. Listen, that looks different. That looks very different. Definitely looks different. Wonder what the other design looks. They changed their design. Am I going crazy, or did they change the design in the in the last 3 months, guys? Am I going crazy? Did they change the design within the last 3 months? I'm probably going crazy. Never mind. I'm probably going crazy. Don't worry. Hey, Suspect. Welcome, my man. Yeah, the metal fortification, sure. Thanks, mate. Who needs a plane? Exactly, man. Exactly. Who needs a plane? Yeah, that wasn't on purpose. That was a mistake. You're letting go. It's fine, but it's fine. Let it go. Let it go.
What's up? If you're trying to rob the place, I guarantee you, I'm well armed.
Hey, Ethan, welcome, my man. Newbie, welcome, welcome, welcome.
See ya. Welcome, stranger. Looking for work? Here is what I got for you.
I like this one because I can get a cheap ghillie top and bottom. So yeah, I'm going to take that one.
The sooner you get this done, the better.
Come in. I'll... Never mind about the expiration date. Those are fake anyway. Never mind about the expiration date. Those are fake anyway. All in good health. We could really use your help with these.
Hospital shirt, hospital pants. I've already got the medical gloves, so I only need a shirt and a pants. I only need a shirt and a pants. Sure, that's easy.
Lives depend on this.
Only need a
so
shirt
please
and a
complete
pants.
as soon as possible.
Because I've got the mask already. I've got the mask and gloves already.
I'm sure I'll...
Please tell me to get. Please tell me to get an alternator.
either buy or
Please send me for an
take it
alternator.
or leave it.
Please send me for an alternator. Ah, whatever. Whatever.
Yes, good. Go now. Prices are not negotiable.
Why didn't you sell your
You
big
want
gun?
me to buy that? You better give me a good price.
Why didn't you just sell the big gun?
Welcome, stranger. Guns come unloaded. Security reason. That thing registered? Kidding. Nobody cares.
Yeah, it's fine, Marjan. Good to see you, buddy. It's fine. I can get those things quite easily.
Here's what I got. Could you help me with these? That's disappointing. Hope you change your mind. Bye.
No, no, no. I wasn't thinking about the quest, no. Yeah, bro, you have to urinate all the time. What is up with you? Why do you want to urinate all the time? Oh, we've got duct tape on us. Okay, we've got duct tape on us. Okay, okay. Okay, okay, okay.
Welcome, welcome. Feel free to browse around.
I'm alright, my man. I'm alright. Feeling better and better. Ready, almost ready to get back into the horse. Full speed.
Could you help me with these?
I need more than one duct tape. I need more than one. 10 duct tape. Ah, please, please, please don't waste my time. Disable 4 TVs. I disabled 4 TVs. Okay, whatever. I'm sure the quest will finish when I get there. I'm sure the quest will finish when I get there.
Great.
Take your
There we go.
reward. Goodbye. Aye. Bye.
Hey, mainframe, welcome, my friend. They would fix puppet spawn system already. Definitely the biggest thing holding the game back, brother. Definitely the biggest thing holding the game back by a mile. The rest we can live with. The rest we can definitely live with. Yo. That looks nice. Yo, that looks nice. I like that. Yo, that looks nice. I don't mind the suicide pups. I just how they spawn in and how unimmersive they are. That's all. Whoopsie. D2, come on! Couldn't you have just been a little bit earlier? Just a little bit earlier, really? Hey, Chris. If you go to the cement factory on Meat Grinder, you will have puppets under the floor most of the time, even the suicide puppets that pop out when you get close to and bye-bye. And that is very, very frustrating. I don't care about the sheriff. I don't care about the sheriff, Chris. The sheriff must worry about me, my bro. I'm the rebel, my bro. I'm the rebel. I'm the lone wanderer. He must worry about me. I must worry about him. Very easy to spot him and his entire clan. Quite difficult to spot me. So I think I'll see them before they see me, hopefully. Where's the bloody puppets, man? Where is the bloody puppets? Yeah, it is funny. Come on, you guys have... Where's your medical clothing? Ah, she's got medical clothing. She's got medical clothing on. Come here. Come here with your medical clothing. Give me your medical clothing. Okay, there's the medical shirt. Now I just need the medical pants. And there's the medical pants. Sorted. Sorted, sorted, sorted. Okay, now I need to find a Mosin. Now I need to find a Mosin. A Mosin. Okay, let's go. Rizzy, D-Easy, welcome, 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 guys. Average for gaming. Hey, any reason why the banner bunker may not have any loot, or does it not have any at the beginning? I'm not sure, buddy. I'm not sure why it doesn't have any loot. It's supposed to have loot, so I don't know why it doesn't have loot. Maybe, yeah. I mean, if you open the door naturally, then it is active. And that's why, but I tried debug because I was curious. Found out Razor sucked. Yeah. If you don't open the door naturally, then there's no loot. Hey, Boozle. Welcome, bud. Someone's in here. Somebody open the door. Oh! Shit. But at least at least he knew exactly where I was. I didn't have a clue where he was. And I ran into Fabian. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? No, that was quite a scare. I was focusing on that corner, and then as I looked down the corridor, I saw the corner of a puppet. I saw a puppet's shoulder. Wasn't sure what it was, and I was just looking at the puppet long enough for him to get his sights on me and shoot the living poop out of me. Everybody was pretty quiet. I couldn't hear him at all. At all. He definitely heard me because he knew exactly where I was. But I mean, I think you can only hear a person from like 25 meters away. But I thought someone was coming into the bunker. That's what my mistake was. I thought someone was coming into the bunker, where he was actually where he was already in the bunker. Hmm. They can choke on my loot. I don't want anything. Yes, it was 1v. How many ever was in there? Yes, could have been a cool fight. Could have been a cool fight. Damn it, I had the grenade and everything, man. I couldn't hear one of them. Really? They made zero noise when I walked in there? They didn't search a single thing when I walked in there? Come on, man. Come on. An entire team that doesn't search a single thing when I go in there. Unbelievable. Could have fought, man. We could have fought. Okay, there was a fight. It was just over very, very fast. Could have been a little bit more action-packed, but in any case. Yeah, the sentry probably gave me away. I wonder how far you can hear the doors. I want to test the doors as well. Like, I know you can't hear a person walk or crouch when they're further than 25 meters away, but I want to know how far away you can hear the doors, the big doors. Can you hear the doors no matter where you are in the bunker? I'd like to know that distance as well. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is power, and I'm running the wrong bloody direction. No, I'm not running the wrong direction. Never mind. But yeah, sound is a major factor. Major factor. Yeah, there were no puppet parts on the ground or anything. I wonder if they came through the ladder. Like, I didn't see any signs, you know? I didn't see any signs of anyone. I wonder if they came through the ladder. There was nothing lying around. There were no dead puppets. All the puppets respawned. But at least we got a heart attack. At least we got a jump scare, guys. We got something out of it. Hey, Toro, welcome, buddy. Okay. C4. Okay, no, they're probably going to go get that. I thought I might be up against one person. But I mean, even if it was one person, probably would have worked out the same. But that's why I didn't leave. Because I didn't hear a lot of noise, I thought the chances of it being one person was quite high. But I was mistaken. I was badly mistaken. I have to punish myself when I die, guys. I can't take any of my loot back. That will not teach me what I need to adapt to with solo play on the server. You know, I'm going to be running into clans a lot, so I have to punish myself to the max when I die so that I can start focusing on not dying. If you guys understand what I'm saying. I need to focus on strategies so that I don't die. And just, you know, just going and grabbing your loot again, that's not going to teach you anything. Yeah. But, I mean, backup gear, I'm going to leave all my gear in my base. That's the thing. If somebody raids me, they get everything I've got. So, backup gear isn't really going to help. But, I mean, I can put some backup gear in my bike. I can have a spare kit in my bike. Like one spare kit. That won't be a bad idea. But I mean, my bike can be stolen as well. The bike can be stolen as well. And it's empty. Great. Great strategy, buddy. Great strategy. It's empty. No, you didn't take all 6 screwdrivers out, you dumb. You didn't take all 6 screwdrivers out. You dummy dumb. Okay, never mind. Let's just go. I like the fact that they. I don't know if you guys saw that. I don't know if you guys saw that. How many people are watching now? Because I wanted to show you guys something. 62. No, it's all right number. I don't know if you guys saw this. I want to show you guys this. Just give me a second, yeah. I just want to get out of the bush. Here. This grass is bothering me a bit. Can you just... Okay. Something that stood out to me, of course, the new foliage rework. Hey, Drifter. The new foliage is something, but nobody's really speaking about the clothing. Everyone's talking about the foliage rework, which they... But look at this. Look at this. Yeah, the foliage, you know, the fact that it looks more apocalyptic or more run down, you know, that's nice. Gonna keep us happy for like a month or so. But this, look at this. I like the fact that I like the fact that you're not going to be forced to get out of your prisoner clothing immediately. I don't know how you guys feel about that. The fact that you'll be happy with the clothing that you have instead of the orange clothing where you stand out like a sore thumb. Because with the orange clothing on, you always want to get rid of the orange clothing, you know, as fast as possible. So the new clothing is something different. there's a lot of towns that are going to change. Can you guys see this? I mean, everyone's focusing on the foliage, which I know, the map revamp, the foliage revamp is cool. But they're revamping a lot of buildings as well. Look at that. They're revamping a few buildings as well. Okay, yeah, we've got the mini barracks. Then we've got the farmhouse over there and the chicken eggs. No chicken eggs. No barracks. No farmhouse. Okay, that's still a farmhouse. But the chicken coop is gone. Maybe the chicken coop is hidden behind there. But no barracks. So a lot of the town's design, even the design is going to change. So it's not just the foliage. The tall grass, the tall grass and the fact that nobody's cut the grass in years, all that is good. But I mean, they're changing a lot of the points of interest as well. We know the B2 castle is going to be changed completely. We know the B2 castle is going to be changed completely, but I like the fact that a lot of points of interest are going to look different as well. So it's almost like it's a much bigger makeover. So instead of keeping us happy for a month, it might keep us happy for 3 months, or at least to the end of the year. But I mean, this is nice. The fact that it's not just the foliage. That's nice. Of course, we've got the plane. Got the tractor definitely coming back. Okay, they're just letting us know, the bugs aren't going anywhere, guys. They're just letting us know the bugs aren't going anywhere. Okay, bugs are included. The bugs are definitely included. And there are sunflowers in the game, Toro. There are still sunflowers in the game. We just can't interact with them. Oh, but here's the other thing. Sorry for wasting you. Sorry if you guys find this boring. I find this quite interesting. I don't know if you guys find it interesting. I want to know by chat, how many people agree with these guys? It's a very, very small channel. Very, very, very small channel. But I want to know by you guys, how many of you agree with these guys about your first experience in Scum?
Scum is described as an immersive, hyper-realistic survival game. But does it live up to this description or just fall flat?
I don't know about hyper-realistic, but there's a lot to Scum. I will give them that. There is a degree of realism as far as what I experienced. And again, there's a lot to the game, and there's a lot to learn.
It has a very high learning curve. And while they do have a little bit of like a animated animatron kind of tutorial thing going on, let's be honest, it sucked. I was not impressed.
Okay, I agree with his first point. That the tutorial and the robot that talks to you, I won't say sucks. Okay, I won't go sucks. Bad. I won't go suck. Won't be my first thought. Bad, yes. The tutorial is a bit bad.
By it, and honestly, although I like where it randomly drops you on the map, I was dropped in the winter area, and I can be honest, I didn't necessarily struggle with the temperature, but there wasn't a lot around me, so it made it kind of difficult to get the spear going and the fire and etc. etc. But I think the thing that made me more or less kind of feel about Scum is the game has potential but it is super rough, and again has a really high learning curve.
The game has potential, but it's rough and has a very high learning curve. Okay, let's look at the game has great potential. 10 out of 10 from me. This game has got incredible potential, more potential than any game I've played in my life. It's rough. Yes, very, very rough. The bugs make it very, very rough. Puppet system makes it extremely rough. Very high learning curve. Because I'm so far in the game, it's incredible to me how many people struggle with this game. I can't even remember, my struggling days because it's so long ago. How many of you can remember that you struggled your butts off when you started playing Scum? Because that's I'm hearing that a lot from these videos, from people that start playing Scum. The struggle is real. And I didn't know the struggle was real until I watched Carnage. They paid Carnage to promote the game. And then he was beating a puppet with a stick, 50 times with 0 stamina. He didn't even craft the spear. He cut down a bush. He took the long stick and he was hitting an armored puppet for 5 minutes while he was trying to promote the game. And then the developers came and picked him up and threw him and protected him. And I could see he didn't enjoy his experience. But yeah, to a lot of new people, the game is very, very, I don't know, it feels like a lot of people struggle. I was dead every 5 minutes when I started. It was a rough first week for me. Helped to find some tutorials early on. My first month play was painful, but I kept at it and it got easier. I'm hoping after more than a year not playing, I'll have a bit of that feeling. I don't think so, Taro. It's like riding a bicycle, bro. You don't forget it. I must say I do encounter a lot of these bugs than, let's say, a year ago. Okay. Do you look like Chubby Brown? Do I look like Chubby Brown? No? Now you know why my character name is Newbie. Okay.
Well, as we know, if you're a follower of the YouTube, if the podcast, whatever, I struggle with most tutorials anyways, even if they are good, straightforward tutorials. Scum was a very hard tutorial for me to try to get through. I think I spent like 30 minutes trying to build either the spear or the shovel or something like that. I couldn't figure out how to get sticks into my inventory to make the backpack because you're not meant to put them in your inventory to make it. You're meant to have them laying out on the ground in front of you and use what's on the ground in order to make some of the items. Well, that wasn't really in the tutorial, so I spent 30 minutes trying to bundle the sticks, trying to see if they would stack in my inventory. My tutorial also kept like skipping. When the animatronic lady was talking to me, I would just, the sentence would just end. She would be mid-sentence and it would just end. And I'm like, well, where were we going with this? Because it just stopped. And then she would start talking again about something completely different. And I was very confused.
I played the game before.
See, this is what I'm noticing. There's a lot of people, like, there's a reason that the developers put that, put Dina into the game. There's a lot. I feel the biggest people struggle is the first time they play the game. And I can't remember that far back, but I can understand that's when you feel the most lost. Like, as soon as they drop you into the game. Like, in the past, you didn't even skydive. You just spawned on the island. You don't know, like, I don't know, people don't know how to search for rocks. They don't know how to cut up bushes. But I feel that first 5 minutes or that first half an hour is probably the roughest. Of course, this guy learns a little bit faster than the other guy. I feel when you listen to them talk, I feel this guy, it's a podcast, of course, the channel. I like how they talk about games because they play a bunch of games and then they just say their initial experience. So it's very cool to have a first experience, on a lot of survival games. So I like the route that they're going, but when I listen to them, this guy learns a little bit faster than the other guy.
And I definitely haven't played the game for like years now, but it took me a while to remember actually how to do a lot of the stuff. Like you said, 10 to 20 minutes. But moving away from the badge tutorial and maybe the over complex UI, which we'll talk a little bit later, the graphics though are damn good for a game like this.
Amen. Amen, brother. Amen. The graphics are beautiful. 10 out of 10. Hey, guys? 10 out of 10. Graphics, amen, brother. Graphics are great.
The game looks great, and it has potential even in the graphics. It's just a matter of giving it a chance, honestly. In my opinion, I kind of probably wouldn't have kept playing it if it wasn't for the fact that I was doing research for the podcast. I probably would have quit about an hour in.
That's not the first guy. That's not the first person that said that. I have seen people quit. Like, I've seen people play on Twitch for the first time. I've seen people quit in the first hour. So, yeah, that first hour is rough for a lot of people.
But the more I played and the more of the world I explored and the more I saw, the more I was interested to see, like, what's going to happen next? What am I going to run into next? What area is going to open up in front of me? And part of that interest and part of that intrigue was the graphics and the way the game looked.
Yeah, the game was pretty. It definitely didn't continue to wow me long term. Like, it was like, this game has good graphics, it's nice textures, that kind of stuff. But it wasn't like I was constantly going like you would in Ark Survival Evolved or some other games where you're just like, wow, look at that, or that's really cool. It was is a good looking game. Let's play. And maybe that's what they want. And then the other problem with this is that the UI is so convoluted, even the inventory system is difficult to understand. And the reason why it's difficult to understand is because they don't make it clear to you that there's a weight to the clothing as well as there are slots to the clothing. Now, it's cool that the more damage your clothing or items are, the less inventory slots it has. But you can only carry so much weight before you can't carry anything else. So you may have 7 extra slots open, but you're at max capacity weight wise, so you can't put anything else in it. And it just so many systems built into the game that they don't explain at all. And there is a knowledge base. And I know I'm talking for quite a while, and I want to give you a chance, I mentioned. But even with the knowledge base, it feels like you literally are opening up like this big, thick textbook and trying to flip through it, going, oh, what's this do? What's this do? And it just doesn't work for a survival game that's supposed to be more about PvP and the experience than about reading.
Well, I don't agree there. It's more about the PvP and the experience. I don't agree there. I feel if you're not willing to go through the learning curve, you won't make it in any case. I don't know who agrees with me in chat. I don't know if you guys agree with me. I feel if you're not willing, or if the learning curve is too much for you, you're not going to make it in any case. I feel the game's going to be too hard for you, or too boring, or too tedious. I don't know if you guys agree. Yeah. Yeah, I don't agree on that point.
Reading through context.
I'm not saying it's not difficult to learn. I'm just saying if you're not willing to go through the grind of learning it, you're not going to be happy running across the map looking for one item either. The one falls into the other one.
I mean, I was having to search for how to craft the stone spears and the basic tools because I couldn't find them. They were getting lost for me in the crafting menu and in just the massive amount of things that you can make. And that's not really a good start for not only a new player.
I will agree here. Even though I've got 10,000 hours in Scum, I struggle to find items here sometimes. I don't know if it's just my bad sense of direction, but I definitely still struggle to find items here. And then I also type the name in here. I don't know. I don't know how they can make this better, but I'm like imagining there's a better way. There's a better way, you know, to, I don't know, to do this. Like the search option is great. And the fact that you can click there and see what you can craft is great. I just feel like this picture system, trying to find something quick with your eyes is a little bit difficult.
But someone that's starting in a fresh world that is PvP, PvE, you're gonna find not only do you have to deal with the creatures, the beings in the game itself, but then you're also gonna have to deal with other players. And if you need to craft quickly, it's very difficult, in my opinion, to quickly craft anything to be able to defend yourself. And I think that's what kind of overwhelmed me for in the crafting side of things. It didn't really make me want to explore that side of the game anymore.
And I talk about this clutter.
Agreed,
I
mainframe,
would have to
agreed.
say the health system kind of falls prey to the same errors that we're talking about, but I also enjoy kind of the immersiveness of the health system. Like, it show a 3D render of my skin and bones and organs and show them.
Sorry, guys. I just want to cut out the background. I just want to cut out the background noise here. There we go.
Being damaged and stuff, and then like I was able to click on them and see what parts were bleeding and stuff, and then use racks and stuff, which kind of made me think of a little bit of like Green Hell, but a little bit more complex.
The character creation stuff was really cool. It was really interesting how much you could customize your character and build not like necessarily your features and everything, but build your skills. I liked that. That was really cool to me. But again, you also brought up the bow. The bow, when I went through the tutorial, it actually told me that depending on the strength of the bow, you might not be able to draw it, or at least I got that impression. Everything's leading back to the tutorial for me because that's where I struggled. But the health system, I don't remember seeing a single thing about the health system in the tutorial. And you said it, the health system is complicated. So we should have at least had a basic understanding of the health system from the tutorial. Even if they didn't dive into the details, at least teach me how to bandage myself. Because I took one look at the health menu when I got injured the first time and just stopped. And I was like, am I looking at medical scans right now? Like, do I need to go to college for this? Because
I can see people being overwhelmed by it. I can see that.
there's a lot here. And then I proceeded to take 3 or 4 minutes trying to figure out how to put a bandage on, and stop myself from bleeding out. So
My overall thoughts of Scum, and this is what I actually think, is again, there's a lot of potential in the game, but the early game is not well explained, or it's not intuitive. It's not easy to follow. It doesn't give you that sense of feeling. You just feel like, again, you're in a sea of codex entries and everything else. There's no combat guide. There's nothing to tell you about the different various mechanics. It doesn't tell you how inventory works. It doesn't tell you about other cool factors like there are mechanized robots in the military areas, or like there are airplanes, there are boats, there are ski mobiles that you can do. If you're wearing too heavy of clothing, you will sink like a rock and drown. Driving a car is super fun, but if you don't have a high enough driving skill, you will keep grinding the clutch, which is cool mechanics. There are so many cool things in this game. But again, I return back to the early game makes the game feel like something if you don't push through for hours and hours and hours, you're never going to have fun with this game and you're just going to end up quitting. And I kind of hope that they make it more intuitive and put a little bit more emphasis on that.
My impressions, I already stated that if it wasn't for research for the podcast, I probably would have stopped playing about an hour in. I'm sad to say that because I pressed through, because I kept playing, I saw more potential in the game. It is something that I want to revisit. It is something that I want to keep trying and try to get farther in and experience a little bit more of these areas that I was overwhelmed by. But if I was just playing this, if I just picked this up to play this on my own, I probably would have stopped about an hour in because the tutorial was such a slog. It was
One thing that I'm noticing here, Stone Knife. If I look at their footage, Stone Knife, starting gear, starting gear, starting gear, starting gear. I like the fact that they're giving people a first impression. I just think they should put more time into the game. Because I did a 24-hour stream where I played, you guys know the games that I played on that 24-hour stream. You know, the freaking Minecraft, the freaking Minecraft survival game that I didn't enjoy. I feel it's very easy to not be gripped by a game within the first few hours, especially a survival game. And I feel the frustration or the lack of fun comes from not understanding what you're doing wrong or what you're missing. So the most comments that I get on my guides is, I couldn't enjoy the game, or I quit the game, or I couldn't play the game until I watched your tutorials. Now I'm having more fun than I've ever had. Thank you very much. So what I get from that is they put time into it, but because they felt lost and they didn't know what to do, that makes them quit. That makes them give up. That makes it not fun for them. So I like what these guys are doing, playing different survival games. I just feel you should put more time into it. Like, I don't know. What is a good amount of hours? I'd say anything from 20 to 30 hours. I feel a lot of people with first impressions only play 2 or 3 hours, 2 to 10 hours. I don't feel you can really have an understanding of a game within 2 to 10 hours. I feel to really give the game a fair go, even if you're not enjoying it, even if you don't understand it, I still feel you should give it at least 20 to 30 hours. I don't know if you guys agree. That's how I feel about it. But when I look at the footage, I don't see any progression.
to survive. Now, I would have much rather either had no tutorial at all or had something that was very focused on getting me started in the world and getting me out there. We've talked about several other tutorials and several other games and how they kind of teach you the basics. And I think a lot of the other games we've covered have done it the right way. And I think this game it leaves something to be desired.
I agree with you. Mainframe, but we're talking about survival games. Like, their channel is State of Survival. They only cover survival games. I understand what you mean with some games only have 20 hours of gameplay. But when it comes to open world survival games, I feel 20 is like a must to try and understand the game a little bit better.
For something that is so complex, we either need to have almost no tutorial at all, in my opinion, and completely throw you into the deep end and let you learn to swim, or we need to have something that's a lot more focused and teaches you the basics a lot better and is a lot more clear. And I think that would keep people playing
After 20 to 30 hours, I figured out how to open the parachute. I need longer than that. Okay, I don't think everyone struggles for that long to open the parachute, buddy.
a lot more often. It would have kept me playing past an hour if that was the case.
Thank you very much for watching the state of.
Okay, so people told them they weren't happy with the amount of time. The people told them, we don't feel you played the game enough, so they made another video about it. This one is 3 days
back
ago.
Again, talking about Scum.
See, there they've got a rocket launcher, guys. There we go. Now, see, like the people that watched that first video 3 months ago said, we don't feel you put enough time into the game. And now you guys can see, I think you'll see by the footage. Yeah, like they're going to shoot, they're shooting a sentry with a rocket launch. So at least it looks like they put a little bit more time into it.
So we're back again talking about Scum. Did I mention we got a lot of comments in our last Scum video that we didn't give this game enough of a chance and we should have been playing more hours into it. So that's what we did, right? We played more Scum.
So I started trying to base build. I found the build menu in the cluttered UI, and I started trying to build the foundations. Everything was red, wouldn't let me build it. Couldn't figure out why. I even looked up on Google. I Googled like where I can build to make sure I wasn't in a no build zone or something like that. And I wasn't. I eventually figured out that I needed to build a flag first to kind of mark my territory. That's fine. I'm thinking, all right, I need some sticks and I need some cloth to build a regular flag. I find out you have to have metal scraps to build flags. I haven't found a single shred of metal scraps that day as I was playing, but I'm also thinking about back to the other times I've played and realizing I've found like 1 or 2 pieces here and there, but I haven't found enough metal scrap in the entire time I've played Scum to even craft a flag to start building a base.
Now, guys, it doesn't matter how easy. It doesn't matter how easy you think that solution is, but knowing that there are people out there that don't know where to find scrap metal. I know what you, I know, mainframe, but still, no, man, no. Let's not be ugly. Let's not be ugly, okay? There are people that struggle. Serious. Guys, I invite you to go see Co-Carnage. Co-Carnage on Twitch. Co-Carnage has finished multiple games from the beginning to the end, okay? Co-Carnage is supposed to be a gaming pro. Co-Carnage got sponsored by Cyberpunk. They put Co-Carnage into Cyberpunk, okay? And if you go watch Co-Carnage play Scum, you will face palm for the first 30 minutes of that stream. I promise you, if you guys think this is bad, that this guy can't find a piece of scrap metal, I promise you, if you see the first half an hour of Co-Carnage hitting a puppet with a stick, you will be amazed at how many people struggle with this game.
Broken down cars have tons of scrap. Garbage heaps, boxes inside storage sheds.
Yeah, well,
those things.
I was finding apartments and the apartments were empty. I wasn't finding storage sheds, okay?
Oh, I'm sorry. I have to say, though, I think the base building in it was enjoyable because it definitely required a lot of materials to get started. I was able to build a flag right away because, I searched the car wrecks and stuff like that, unlike you. And I was able to place a flag. Although I didn't fully finish it, I was able to start placing it, which then gave me the ability to actually start building. So that might be a tip for you. You don't actually have to build the flag fully to be able to just place it. And then I went looking for toolkits because you need a toolkit, whether it's improvised or a regular one. But I found a wheelbarrow, and I was able to start filling the wheelbarrow
with some of the stuff. And this is actually where I'll say Scum actually is kind of fun, because there are mechanics in the game I would love to see in those survival games, and the wheelbarrow is exactly one of them. It's actually something that in real life, if it was survival and I didn't have a car, I would use. Wheelbarrows are great for hauling heavy loads. So you see me for like, my last stream playing for like 40 minutes.
My bro, I've been on survival courses. If I've got puppets, if I've got things that want to kill me all around me, I'm not pushing a wheelbarrow, buddy. If I'm in a post-apocalyptic world where everything wants to kill me, the last thing you see me with is a wheelbarrow. Hey, buddy, welcome up, bro. Sakari, fighter guide valid for some, but there are many gamers who are not gaming to also study. Yeah, agreed, Sakari, agreed.
Pushing a wheelbarrow up and down hills and stuff. I literally looked like a hobo with a wheelbarrow going from town to town, looting, and I was able to fill it a lot. And I was able to do a lot of cool stuff because I was able to fill it. However, that's where my base building kind of ended, is I just ended up having to travel so far away from my base to find all the stuff I needed that I never went back to my base, because traveling in Scum, because it's a large world, is beautiful, but it's also a lot of time invested if you're pushing a wheelbarrow or even walking on foot.
It's interesting how different our experiences are and have been, because I didn't find a single car the entire time I've played. I've not seen I've seen broken down and shells of vehicles here and there. I haven't seen anything that looks drivable or that I could go up to and appear that I could work on to see if it had an engine, to see if it needed tires. I haven't seen a single vehicle that is pilotable in the game. I end up I end up looting this one town where the interior of almost every building in the town looks exactly the same.
Agreed. I like looting ocean towns just for the fact that the buildings look different. But I do understand that you can't make every single building different. I don't really know why you can't make every single building look different. Are you buying too many assets? I don't really know why they can't make every town look a little bit different. I'm not sure. But I mean, I like looting ocean towns just because it looks different.
I wander down the road for 30 minutes, finally find another town. I'm hungry, so I got to loot this town. And I spend another 30 minutes to an hour looting another town full of buildings that look almost exactly the same. Now, Scum, you mentioned that the world is beautiful. The outside is fantastic. It looks great. It is pretty. It is cool to explore. But once you get into the towns, for me, that's where like my boredom and disinterest.
Agreed, mainframe. I'm just considering how they're seeing it. And I think that is one of the reasons that I don't like looting towns. Once you've looted, like there's towns all over the map, but once you've looted towns 1,000 times, it feels tedious, almost like the abandoned bunkers. I can't remember that I got tired from looting normal bunkers, but I am tired of looting abandoned bunkers for the simple fact that they're the same. That's just me. If I repeat steps too many times, then yeah, it gets a bit boring. Every building looks the same. As of March 2025, there are 361 Starbucks in New York City. Look at the other Unreal titles with mods and lots of extra assets. It takes 10 more minutes to load, lag free, and so on. Hey, Sledgehammer, I'm doing fine, buddy.
Just started kind of settling in, because
what they're saying about the looting is interesting to me. I don't know how you guys feel about the looting, but I've had many people join the stream and say, is it a looting simulator? Or, they think I'm searching 20 things without finding anything, and they don't understand why it's so bad. when someone new comes and watches my stream, they feel like I'm wasting my time searching 50 things and finding one thing. So what they're saying about the looting is quite interesting.
Most of the buildings look the same. Most of the layouts are the same when you get inside of them.
I believe that it comes from Scum's loot system, which is looting cabinets and crates and stuff like that. But it's a search bar. It's not necessarily you picking up individual items, which kind of gives it a lot more of a monotonous task. Like run into a house, you know exactly every place to search and see whether or not the random loot table gives you what you're looking for.
Monotonous task. Chat, tell me how many people agree with that. The way the searching works, you guys see it as a monotonous task? Yes or no? Yes, yes. No, of course, I'm a loot goblin. Fast people wouldn't be using the wheelbarrow exploit to level skills. Okay.
And while that's okay and all, and there are things that give specific items versus other ones that don't, it does make the interiors of these buildings, like you're talking about, very boring because it isn't like a, oh, hey, you know, maybe I should look in that cabinet. Oh, look, there's a can of beans. It's a, I'm going to search that cabinet, wait for the wheel to finish, and boom, oh, I have a can of beans or I don't.
I think another thing that the
I wonder if they can improve the looting system, the way looting works. Because I like seeing items. I like seeing items. I know there's some items that you have to search. I don't know if they can improve the looting, but I do see what they're saying. I can understand what they mean by the monotonous looting in between brackets.
the searching and looting could benefit from is when you're searching these cabinets, if they had some kind of animation that showed them open or something like that when you were done searching them, so you knew you searched that area.
And I like what he says. This whole thing that you don't know where you've searched is a bit weird. And how do I know it's a bit weird that I don't know where I've searched? That's why I leave the doors open in a town. Okay, that's why I leave the doors open. Because it's very difficult to know exactly where you've searched if you go through an entire town. So would I like some kind of indication that the game knows I've searched the item, because if I go back to that item, I don't get the hourglass. If you guys understand what I'm saying. Once you've searched something, the game knows you've searched it, because if you go search it again, you don't get the hourglass. So I think a nice quality of life for you, the player, would be, that there's some kind of signal that you've already searched it. Instead of people like me leaving all the doors open, to keep track of it.
Now, I don't know exactly if that would work as well in public servers and things like that, but I'm thinking like in 7 Days to Die, when you loot a cabinet and you take everything out of it, the cabinet door opens just a little bit. Like it's not a lot, it just opens a little bit to show that has been looted and is now empty. And I noticed with Scum, with me looting these buildings, there's a few times where I ended up doing like a big circle in the top floor and ending up in a room going, did I already search all these cabinets? And going through and searching them again and finding nothing again because I already either looted them or searched them.
When it comes to other features of the game, I would say the medical system, for me at least, became a little bit easier to understand and to work with now that I kind of had the basics of how to use it. So there are elements, I would say, of playing the game longer that became easier to do. Again, the medical system, I felt it was a lot easier for me to craft. Like I ended up finding out that there's a tab in the crafting menu. If you click on it, it will show you all the craftable items in your inventory and vicinity. That was a nice tab to find. And honestly, I kind of wish I would have found it in our first impressions of the game, because it would have changed my opinion of the crafting UI drastically, honestly. But like, there are other things that I didn't necessarily like. Like I got an infection, but I didn't know how to cure it. And I didn't even know I had an infection technically, because it wasn't until someone in chat, I thank you for person in chat, told me about it and said, you have an infection and it's going to kill you if you don't take care of it. You need antibiotics or you need to eat garlic. And when it did happen, my character started getting other infections on his body. So it was spreading.
You guys won't believe how many questions I've had for infections and exhaustion. I don't think you guys would believe me if I tell you how many people don't like the exhaustion, don't understand the exhaustion. Like they run around everywhere and then they've got less stamina and they don't understand why they've got less stamina. They can see the exhaustion, but they struggle with it. They struggle with exhaustion and they struggle with infections. A lot.
So like, it's definitely not something you can ignore. Again, medical system was easier to use. The crafting system was better because I saw that I could craft all the items in it. But like, I do agree with the people in chat. I believe if I could sink 60 plus hours into this game, I would start to enjoy a lot of the systems more, because the systems themselves aren't bad. It's the time it takes to get into these systems.
I agree with him there. I agree with everything he said there. Like he said, if he put 60 hours into the game, he'd start enjoying it more. It's just that the only problem he has is the time it takes to learn the systems.
It's the time it takes to get into base building, to crafting, to doing all this stuff. I mean, you can fly planes, helicopters, you can do
I don't know where he got the helicopters.
ski mobiles.
Ski mobiles.
If you're too heavy and you jump in water, you can literally sink to the bottom and drown to death. It's hilariously funny. But like, there's a trader in the game. I'm pretty sure some multiplayer servers may have it disabled, but that was cool. I'm just going to say that the time investment for this game is too high for the average person to put into it, because I don't think any person who, an average Joe who puts an hour or two a day into this, or even let's say 2 or 3 hours a week, could play this game enough to get to the point where they start enjoying the game because of their progress.
We both really enjoy certain other games that have a complex medical system. Both of us really enjoy Green Hell, and we both know that Green Hell can be hell to try to learn how to cure certain things if you don't already know.
Yep.
But I like that aspect of Scum, but I think Scum took that a little bit too far. I think their medical system's a little too complicated. And again, as with most things that we talk about, maybe it's because I don't understand it fully yet. I spent another 5 minutes last time I played trying to figure out how to put bandages on again. But we're not going to talk about that. But it's a daunting task when you pull up both the medical.
I agree with you, Ethan. Daisy is not easy. Daisy is not easy to learn. I don't think I've ever played a survival game that's easy. Like, Project Zomboid was really difficult for me to get into. I'd say State of Decay was a little bit easier. I think State of Decay is, I think State of Decay, you learn what to do quite fast. I feel Rust was fun, but Rust still had a learning curve for me. Yeah, I don't think there's any survival game that's easy. But they're going to reference Green Hell here. It's weird that someone references Green Hell, because I feel Green Hell is one of the most difficult survival games I've played in a while.
Tab and the metabolism tab to see all this data and all these numbers staring back at you. And I just want to sit there and be like, what do I do with this? Like, this wasn't covered in the tutorial, and I don't have a master's degree in Scum, so I don't know what to do. And I'm sure it's not as complicated as it seems. Much like Green Hell, when we played Green Hell even more, I even said that about their medical system. It's more intuitive once you get to know it. So, and I think that all that boils down to, I think that Scum has some good things going for it if you can find them. And I think that if I could find something that would draw me in, I would be interested to put more time into it and see if that 50, 60 hours would get me to the point of wanting to play it more. But when I feel like there's nothing that draws me in the early game until I get to 50, 60 hours, I don't know that I can put 50 or 60 hours into it to get to that point. And that's my problem. Like even the combat against the puppets or whatever they're called doesn't interest me enough to make me want to continue. Like there's that sprinkling of maybe a story in there with what they are, but there's nothing to emphasize that to make me want to find out more.
Well, folks.
Oh, there's their channel, guys. State of Survival. If you guys want to go subscribe to them, you can. I find the idea of the channel intriguing. The fact that they just testing different survival games and giving their feedback on it. I feel it can be done. a little bit better, but still the idea of having a channel that just talks about first impressions was quite nice. It was quite nice. I found it intriguing. But in any case, let's get back to Scum. Let's go. No, I definitely like the idea of the channel. Definitely like the idea of it. School them. There's a lot of games that I play where I feel lost. Like Project Zomboid. I felt like an idiot when I started playing that game. Like there's no other game that made me feel dumber than Project Zomboid. I'll never forget that. But you learn, and then you do it. Yeah, that 2-hour refund limit is quite wild. I remember when I was watching TV in Project Zomboid, I was like, what is this doing? Like, I know watching TV helps me. I just don't know how. And then reading a book, I'm just like, isn't there a more fun way to read a book? Like, why must my character sit still, get hungry, and then at the end of the day, I'm going to die in any case. So time is very important. Like, Project Zomboid blew my mind, guys. But then as soon as you understand everything, it's a really good game. We never watched the vid to get into Scum, but we are purists. That being said, it also took us 1,500 to really get a proper grip on the game's actual progression. Yep. And I mean, after 10,000 hours, I'm still learning stuff. So yeah, that gives you an idea of its depth. Definitely gives you an idea of its depth. Ouch. Thought that was gonna be cooler, but in any case. Yeah, but that's all the DLCs, Toro. That's all the DLCs, my man. No, there's a lot of DLCs that's not essential. I don't think there's any DLC that's essential to play. I remember that, mainframe. I remember that. There's 6,000 hours divided by 30 bucks equals 0.005 cents per hour. Yeah, I think I bought Scum for $20. Work that one out, mainframe. 10,000 hours divided by $20. Okay, I did buy all the DLCs as well, so never mind. But yeah, still great value. Great value for money. With the bugs. Great value for money. Although, when I bought it, it didn't have the scrappy puppet system. I did not sign up for this shit. Oh no. I would agree there. I would definitely agree there, mainframe. Definitely agree with you there. How many people are in the chat now? How many people are in the chat now? Okay. I don't care what any player or any developer tells me. Okay? Here's the rock bottom truth. Everyone was happy. Overall, everyone was happy with Scum from 0.5 to 0.7. Okay? What happened in 0.8, where they removed all the vehicles, not gave us a new one, they removed all the vehicles and gave us something that didn't work at all. They gave us one vehicle that didn't work, okay? That's where everything went wrong. And then in 0.9, they took away the puppet system, which was a major part of the game, and gave us something that didn't work. Okay? That's it. That's where the wheels fell off. I don't care if you've got 30,000 hours in Scum. I don't care if you're a developer. I don't care if you're the president of the United States. Okay? That was not good. Those two major decisions, when they knew it wasn't working properly, was really, really bad. That's all. Nothing more, nothing less. It was just very bad business decisions on 0.8, 0.9, 0.95. Hey, Ross, welcome, my man. Hey, country boy. Hey, man, welcome, my man. You guys know what kind of things I look out for is this. The fact that I just take my head out of the water now and then is very, very realistic. It's like I'm taking a few strokes and then I'm breathing. Just the fact that I'm bringing my face out of the water like I would in real life, that I focus on little poop like this. This is the poop that I focus on. Shark only attacks you after 10 minutes, Damien, so no. If you bleed, they'll attack you quite fast, but if you're not bleeding, it will take like 10 minutes. Good poop focusing. Yeah, if you're not bleeding 10 minutes. I can't remember what it was when you're bleeding. I think when you bleed, it's like it instantly or something. I can't remember. Yeah, it was a bit unreal. I mean, if you're talking about realism, it's a bit unrealistic that a shark will always come at you within the first minute you're in the water. It was fun and dangerous, but I mean, it wasn't realistic. Agreed, Caesar. Welcome, my man. Yeah. In the past, yeah, mainframe. Now you can swim to Z4, no problem, buddy. Now you can swim to Z4, no problema. I believe a smart thing they should do is base conditions off weather. No, that would be cool, Plector. Yeah, no, puppets are still broken. Easy. Puppets are still broken, buddy. Yeah, Plector, I feel like seasons. I know what you're saying, but I feel like seasons would be better. You know, instead of getting hot when you're in the south, you should get hot because of weather. You should get cold because of weather. You know, that's more what I was thinking weather-wise. Did I pick up that weapon? Really? Did I really not pick up that weapon? I think I picked up that bloody weapon. Yeah, so I feel seasons would be awesome. The whole thing that I don't want to go to the south because it's hot, or people don't want to go to the north because it's cold. That limits players. Like I don't want to use the entire map because certain areas are not to my liking. Where if everything is season based, it would be better, you know? Like, if you don't want to live in the snow, I think that's a bit weird. But I don't want to live here, first of all, because there's almost no, I don't want to live here because there's almost no towns here. It's just big military points of interest. And it's just hot and yeah. So I feel you're limiting the map area-wise. But I mean, other games that have got difficult parts of the map and easy parts of the map. I'm just saying, I don't think it's the best idea in a game like this. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, you suffered in the snow a lot until they made sure that you had snow clothing on when you spawned in the snow. But previously, people were freezing to death when they spawn in the snow, you know, because they didn't have the right amount of clothing. So imagine a new player spawning in the snow at night in the mountains. Now, how's that for a fantastic first experience? You want to live in a relative peace, you will have less resource around you and worse weather conditions. Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense for... I understand what you're saying, my friend. I'm just talking about casual players. Get all the Discord messages out of here. Sorry guys, just want to catch up here on some Discord messages. I'll sort that guy out later. I'll sort him out later. Hey Donald, welcome back. I've got a bit of a problem at the moment because I don't know what to do against suicide puppets. I'm gonna have to make a bow quickly. I don't know. I've got nothing against the suicide puppets. True, Plector, true, buddy, true. And I have a pro silence. No, I am a pro. The silencer doesn't matter. Yeah, the bow makes a huge difference, but when it comes to PvP, Guns is the way. The guns is the way. That was dumb. That was dumb. I thought about shooting him in the head. I thought about shooting him in the head. I don't know why I didn't shoot him in the head. That was ridiculous. That was not clever. Nah, stuff the thread. Stuff the thread, stuff the thread. Just get some rest, yeah. The fast ones looks like Tomislav. I don't know why the loot's broken here. I really don't understand why the loot's broken here. I mean, this isn't a World War II bunker. This is not a World War II bunker. Why is the loot damaged? Now we're getting there. Now we're getting there. I'm gonna take this off. Yeah, babe. Luth, I thought you wanted to die less. Looking cool is more important than dying less. And make it look effortless. Looking cool and having fun is more important than staying alive. I'm adapting my rules constantly. Constantly. Oh, that's snake. Snake. That's my favorite site. Favorite site. Yeah, baby. There we go. We're back, baby. We're back. Back, my man. Let's go. Let's go. You don't have a wire cutter, dummy. You don't have a bloody wire cutter, you dum-dum. Ay. Listen, look how cool we're looking now, guys. I mean, we died like 20 minutes ago. Look how cool we look. Awesome, man. I'm still looking for that Mosin. That Mosin can let me get a cheap ghillie shoot. And I think a ghillie shoot is going to be very, very important for my playstyle, for my solo playstyle. I think it's going to be very, very important. I know it's your favorite, Thor. Did they make some changes or something? Not that I know. Holy poop. Got a lot of puppets. You need that pain, bro. You need that pain. You need that. Camp items you find in a POI should match the local terrain. Agree. That would be nice. Hey, Andrew, welcome.
Stop right there. Primary asset not found.
Ah, you're going the wrong way, Luth. You're going the wrong way, my man. You're going the wrong way. When's the last time you guys have found a weapon in a World War II bunker, chat? When is the last time you have found any weapon in a World War II bunker? $1.5 years ago. 0.6. Been 84 years. Okay. I'm not the only one. I'm happy to hear that. I'm happy to see I'm not the only one. Yeah, I haven't found like a sniper rifle or anything in them. They used to be really good for broken down sniper rifles. And then when they brought us repair kits, you know, or weapon cleaning kits, we all went, great! Now we can repair the sniper rifles in World War II bunkers. Nope, we took the sniper rifles away. Why? Because we like taking things away. We took away your vehicles. We took away your puppets. Now we're taking away your guns. And then we take away your loot. And then we take away your soul. We don't care if we only gave you one abandoned bunker. You're gonna loot it or lose, loser. Germany used to do their World War II bunkers around D4 airfield and said lots of good loot there back in December. Back in December, okay. Guys, can you guys tell me why you can't put a jacket with loot inside in a hiking backpack. I know you can't do it in the game. Like if I take this jacket and I put a scarf in it, now I can't put it in there. Do you guys see the logical side of it, or am I just too stupid to see the logical side of that? I don't really agree with the weight thing. It could be exploited, but can't you do it in a way where it can't be exploited? You know, can't you do it in a way where it's not exploitable? I know containers in containers in containers in containers. I just mean our clothing. Sometimes we have to take clothing off, and sometimes we have to put clothing on, depending on where we are on the map. You know? So can't you just allow clothing to go into clothing? I don't know. Yes, they changed. Like, you couldn't put a pistol with a holster in your backpack. Now you can. Like, yes, I don't want you to put containers in containers in containers in containers. I'm just talking about here. Putting on and removing clothing. I don't know, put a weight limit on it, Toro. You know, put a weight limit on it. Yeah, someone always builds a base. Someone always builds a base right on top of this POI. Right on top of it. Always. Yeah, it's allowed. But I feel that's why it's important to create zones. Because people are always going to build as close as they can. Always. That's why I feel zones are very, very important. Creating custom zones. Hey, Pop Culture, welcome. This wipe I made a temporary base between the prison and C2 bunker. Was incredibly with the 1.5 loot. Was incredible with the 1.5 loot. Okay. Yellow screwdriver. Go back. Thank you, pop culture. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Yeah, baby. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What? Yeah. What? Yeah. What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, what? What's up? Let's do it. I don't need to loot anymore. Let's go. Let's get this party started. What do you need to get geared? Screwdrivers. What else? Screwdrivers. What else? Screwdrivers. What else? Screwdrivers. Is there anything else? Yes. You need to know how to lockpick. Anything else? Yes. You really, really need to know how to lockpick. Okay. Imagine if all the loot was in the open. Luthais would find nothing. We'll get bobby pins, buddy. Don't you worry, my man. Don't you worry, buddy. We'll get bobby pins. Don't you worry. Easy peasy, my bro. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I don't remember that entrance being so bloody bumpy, but in any case. Hey man, when you park like you own the place, okay? Someone's probably been here, Ethan. Someone's probably been here. Ah, come on, really? Better than nothing. Whatever. Wrong title, Luthais. Should have been Luthais' ultimate solo gameplay. You forgot your favorite word. I don't want to overuse it, buddy. I don't want to overuse it. Everyone knows it's ultimate now, bro. I don't have to say it anymore. Oh. That was bad. That was bad. I want some action. See, that's the nice thing. As soon as you've lost everything, then you become wild. That's where stupid mode originated, guys. That is where stupid mode was born. As soon as you die a lot, yeah, you want to fight with anything. A pistol, a club, a knife. You know? Then you do stupid things. What are we doing here? What are we doing? Ah! Okay. Okay, 2 jump scares. 2 jump scares in one day. Okay. What killed him? What killed him? The freaking shotgun. He couldn't fit the shotgun. The shotgun killed him, man. I heard someone in the grass, Moros, but I wasn't sure if it was a puppet. I wasn't sure if it was a puppet. Uh, Talking about parachutes after 8K in Scum. Yeah, I misclicked there, definitely. Early hours in Scum. Just get over it. Just freaking lie down, you wump. Hmm. Should be much faster with advanced medical. Hmm. Why, hear someone? There's a flag there. There's a flippin' flag there. You guys see that? There's someone here. There's someone here. I heard someone walking. Isn't that a flag? I think that's a bloody flag. Is that a flag? I'm not sure. No, it's not a flag. Never mind. Never mind. Hey, Maggie, I'm losing it. I'm losing it. That's nothing new, guys. Nothing new, okay? Nothing to see here. I've lost it a long time ago. It's fine. Yes, we should have gone to C2 or prison, man. We should have gone to C2 or prison. Waste our valuable time on a bloody police station. On a bloody police station. Unbelievable. Game gives us a yellow and we loot the police station. Unbelievable. The funny thing is, if I kept the helmet on instead of wanting to look cool with a ghillie suit, he would have done no damage to me with the Tech 1 gun, guys. Don't you guys think that's funny? If he shot me in the head with that pistol and I had a helmet on, he would have done 0 damage. 0. That would have been freaking funny. Stuff the bloody shotgun. Let's just go. Guys, he got the screwdriver, man. He got the screwdriver. Do I have bobby pins? Did he take my bobby pins? No, he didn't take my bobby pins. He didn't take my bobby pins. Oh my word, where's my screwdrivers? Where's... There. Okay, let's go. Nothing to lose, baby. That's how we like it. That's how we like it! I only need 1 arrow to kill everything. I've got 5. That guy's door's open. That door's open. You guys see that? That guy's door's open. He went for the drop. Born in the USA, I was born in the USA, I was born in the USA. Come on, man. Give me a screwdriver. Or whoever comes here, bring a screwdriver. Was there a medium pecan one? I don't know. Medium pick. I don't think so. But I have a crowbar. I can't remember having a crowbar. Luthais, everyone reminder that the clock will be set 1 hour ahead this night for daylight saving in the EU. Reset times for everyone outside this room. Okay. Why don't you play with camera? What do you mean camera? What do you mean camera, buddy? So we can see your lovely face, man. Oh. Don't want to make you jealous, buddy. I don't want to make you jealous. I'm already good at the game. I don't want to be attractive as well. I want you to focus on the game, not me. And I want you and your girlfriend to stay together happily ever after. Okay? I don't want your girlfriend, bro. I don't want your girlfriend. I don't want to break up marriages, bro. I want my community to be happy, you know? Seeing my chiseled features will just break the internet. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. I mean, the ladies already think my voice is attractive, you know? When they see the physical, I don't know, bro. They'll pass out medical fees, you know? Will be too rough, man. Too rough. Someone is parachuting in. Someone is parachuting in. Okay, I think I'll be able to carry everything it throws at me. I believe so. I believe so. Hey, leading line. Don't worry, Sick. If you want the truth, bro, why don't I use a camera? I'm butt ugly, bro. That's why. Ask my wife. She'll tell you. Away. Oh, leading in line. Are you Afrikaans, bro? Are you Afrikaans? It's fine, Ethan. We'll go to the next one, buddy. We'll go to the next one. Is this camping? I don't know. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. It is camping because we have to sit still for more than 5 minutes. Yeah, it is camping. Okay, where are we gonna get screwdrivers? Nah, man, let's just go and have fun. Nice leading. Six more likes to 100 likes, guys. 6 more likes. Just giving you a news update. Just giving you a news update. Hey, Richard, welcome, bud.
Stop right there. Stop right there. I'm the Sentinel of Death. You're on my hit list. Stop right there.
Maggie with $20 says, click that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Click it! Thank you very much, Maggie. Appreciate it, darling. Get a lot of Canberra love in the chat, guys.
Right there. Stop right there.
Hmm. Yeah, we definitely need screwdrivers because we need to find a Mosin. Why do we need to find a Mosin? We need to find a Mosin so that we can buy a full ghillie suit for cheap to help us with our camouflage. But we need the screwdrivers first. Actually, I enjoy the shotgun more. I enjoy the shotgun more. Yeah, I enjoy the shotgun more. Not as effective as the pistol at a distance, but it's still cool. Makes a lot of noise. It's got a good spread, man. It's got a good spread. It's got a good spread. It's got a good spread, man. Yes! Yo, did you get to me quickly? Did you get to me quickly? Goodness gracious. That was fast. I don't know how I fitted through there, Toro. No idea, my bro. Now, I would park in the middle of this town, guys, because I do own this town, but because an event can happen here, I'm not. Because an event can happen here, and I didn't even know there's an event active inside it. Okay. Okay. I like the stream, guys. Hey, Splinter, welcome, buddy. Well, if anybody raids me, guys, I give them everything. Everything. Okay? I give them everything. Just gonna place my wheelbarrow nicely for them in case they don't see my wheelbarrow. There's my wheelbarrow. There's my bike. So whoever raids me will be very, very happy. Very, very, very happy. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Oh, no, what are you doing? Just rest. Just bloody rest. Thank you very much. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Hope you have a wonderful weekend. And yes, I'll see you guys next time. Keep having fun. Let's stay motivated for 1.0. Cheers. And thank you for the 100 likes. Appreciate it.